Hey y'all, welcome to the Crafty Cove, where we like to do farmhouse decor on a Dollar Tree budget. It is the 5th of the month, and that means it is time for our 5 under 5 DIY challenge. This month, our theme is fall decor, and we put this on every month, my friend Emily and I. We're going to talk about that in just a little while, but for now, let's get right into DIY number 1. So I'm just showing you that I am out in my garage. I'm taking these like fence stakes, I guess they are. I don't even know what you'd call them. And I'm cutting them down to make a frame for a big picture that we are going to make. My garage is a mess. I realize that. I'm not great at power tools, but I was so excited that I got myself out there, pushed myself a little bit, and did this without my husband being home. I did this all on my own, and I was so excited about that. I lost a little bit of footage, so I'm going to tell you right now what I did. After I cut these out, I went inside and I had one full piece of black foam board from the Dollar Tree. I did not cut it down. It's a full piece. And all I did was take those pieces of wood that I cut and I put them all around this picture, all around the foam board to make a frame. And then I cut out this decal from my Cricut, and the decal came from Cricut Design Space. And I went ahead and just put that on there. After I put it on, I went really slowly pulling it off. It looks fast right here, but I went very slowly, afraid that I would rip my foam board, but it did not. Then I went ahead and put some leaves around the top, and that is it. Y'all, my husband thought I bought this at the Hobby Lobby. I love, love, love how this one turned out. Y'all let me know in the comments below what you think. So again, this is our 5 under 5 DIY challenge. This month's theme is fall decor, and this is put on every month by myself and my good friend Emily from Farm Chic. And this month our guest host is Favi from Arrows DIY, and we have an amazing playlist of talented crafters. So I will leave all that listed in the description box below. Y'all make sure you go check them out. For this DIY, I'm using this gold pumpkin from the Dollar General store. That was $1 with this little grateful tag. I have to remove the grateful tag for now, but I'm saving that because we will use it again. Then I'm going to use this super cute teal plaid looking scrapbook paper from the Hobby Lobby. And we are just going to Mod Podge that right to the front of the gold pumpkin. After that, I'm going to go ahead and cut, I can't talk today, guys. Cut out the pumpkin here. Get a little bit more Mod Podge on there. It wasn't wanting to stick. And after we get that pumpkin, all of that excess scrapbook paper cut off, we are then going to take this, we're going to put our grateful tag right back on there. Now we're going to take this beaded plaque, I guess, from the Dollar Tree. I'm just kind of figuring out how I want everything. I'm going to glue this little silver leaf down that I got from another project, another piece from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to glue my pumpkin so that leaf is right underneath it. We're just using hot glue on this. After that, I'm going to go ahead. I bought this vase full of little small pine cones at a thrift store years ago. I have no clue how much I gave for it. But I'm just taking a few of the little pine cones out. And at first I was going to line the whole bottom with them, but I thought that was just a little too much. So I'm just making little clusters in the two bottom corners. This is a super simple project, but it's also a super simple looking project, but I needed that because I'm not really one to decorate for fall, and I have this year. I mean, I did a little bit last year, but not much. This is the first year I've really gone what I would call all out on it. So I just needed a couple simple little pieces to go with the other decor, and I love how this one turned out. Y'all let me know in the comments below what you think. Okay, we are headed right into DIY number 3. This is another super simple one. I'm taking one of these clear glass trivets from the Dollar Tree and these little pumpkin or fall cutouts that I got from a store called Mighty Dollar here where I live. And then I'm also going to use a piece of this window cling that I got from the Dollar Tree. I pick out the pumpkins I want, and it says Thanksgiving, and I don't want that on there, but I do want the pumpkins. So I cut those out, and then I decide I want all of that white to be gone. So I'm going to fussy cut all the way around all 3 of these pumpkins and the leaves. I did cut that Happy Fall Y'all out of one of the window clings. It was with like a mushroom or something, and I didn't need the mushroom. All I wanted was the words. Now I'm placing the trivet over it just to see how exactly I want it to go. And I'm going to cover the front of the Happy Fall Y'all and the pumpkins with one good coat of Mod Podge. Then we are just going to stick our trivet on there, and that is it. Now, you will see in the final reveal pictures of this project that my Mod Podge is still showing through, and that's just because I didn't give it time to dry when I took my pictures for this, but that did dry completely clear, and now it's clear and it looks super cute. But how simple, you know, just a tad over $1, and I'm gonna put it on my stove. I think it's adorable. Moving right along to DIY number 4. So one thing I love, these placemats here are from the Mighty Dollar here in my town. I got 1 plastic one and 2 of the fabric ones. Now, you can find these everywhere at Dollar Tree. Maybe not these exact ones, but some like it. Most people make pillows out of them. I'm going to make 2 super cute signs. I'm just cutting out some cardboard to be the size of the placemat because I'm going to frame these up, and you need something on the back of them because they are so unstable. So I'm just going to glue the placemats. I've picked out 2 that I wanted, this one here and the plastic one. I'm just going to glue the placemats down to the piece of cardboard that I cut down, and just use hot glue on these all around the edges. That's all they need, because your frame that we're going to put on here in just a little while is going to give it more stability. So after I get this first one done, which is the cloth one, I love how these turned out. After I get this first one finished, now we're just going to move right along to the second one. We're just going to go quickly through this because y'all just saw me do it with the other one. Again, just gluing these down to the cardboard that I had cut out to the size that I need. Then I went outside to my garage again. I'm not going to show y'all again, but I went back out to my garage and used one of those stakes that I got from Lowe's, or not stakes, yeah, I guess they are stakes. Cut them down to the sizes that I need, and then I'm going to go ahead and frame these 2 pieces up. And again, all these are placemats. I'm just going to staple them to my stakes, which are my frame now. And I love how these turned out. Now, you could paint these frames or stain these frames, whatever you wanted to do, but I'm a farmhouse rustic kind of girl, and I just wanted them to stay exactly like they were. But look how stinking cute these are. These are absolutely adorable. And these are even bigger than an 8x10 picture. I'm not sure exactly how big, but they are very good size. DIY number 5, we are on to our final DIY. So I'm taking one of these Thankful and Blessed pumpkin cutouts from the Dollar Tree. We're going to remove the string and the little leaf and bow here. I didn't have any sandpaper, so I went out and got my husband's electric sand or battery operated sander, and y'all, oh, this thing goes everywhere. I had it on the floor at one point because it slipped out of my hand, not the sander, but the pumpkin. You can see here it starts to spin, but we got it done anyway. Now I'm going to take one of these self-adhesive tiles, and I went ahead and used hot glue on that just to make it more stable and stick it right to our pumpkin. Now I go ahead and cut this out, and then after I cut it out I realized, yep, only the backing stuck. So I'm just going to use more hot glue and put that top part right back on there. Then I'm going to use 3 good coats of this antique white from Folk Art. I'm just going to paint on the first 3 coats. Now, if you used a darker color, you may not have to have 3 coats, but I did. But then after all 3 coats are dried completely, for the 4th coat, I went ahead and, like you can see, I'm pouncing the paint on. Not only did that give me better coverage, but it gave that pumpkin a little texture, which is exactly what I wanted. We're going to put that to the side and let that dry. And now we're going to take one of these little Fall Sweet Fall pumpkins, and we are going to cover it with some more scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. I'm just going to trace it out and then cut it out. Now, you can use any scrapbook paper you like. But most of you who are here on my channel know that I'm a farmhouse girl, so this is exactly what I wanted to use. I go ahead and just glue that right on, and then cut off any excess that is on there onto this pumpkin here. And now we are going to take some twine and use it to wrap around our stem instead of painting it. That way, again, just a little more texture onto our project. I'm finding that I like different textures and different patterns together, so I love how this one turned out. Just wrapping it around and using a little bit of hot glue here and there just to make sure that's going to stick. Now we are going to glue the bigger pumpkin right to the back of the smaller pumpkin. And that little ledge that is on the smaller pumpkin, yep, I messed up and had to re-glue it, yeah, because I forgot to take the little sunflower off of the small pumpkin. I finally get that off and we get it glued on there. But that little ledge holds up both of the pumpkins, so it was perfect. Now I wanted to de-stress a little bit more, and I could not, oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this other stem with more twine. Same exact way, wrapping and just adding a little bit of hot glue here and there. I wanted to distress this and I could not find my antique wax, so I'm just going to take some black chalk paint. I dab it on my finger and I just go around the edges of both of the pumpkins. I think this turned out so cute. You do not have to distress if you don't want. Don't forget, these ideas are just for inspiration and then for you to go back through and make them into something that would match your decor. After the edges, I do go ahead and dip my finger a little more, pounce it off, and then I'm kind of rubbing over all of those raised parts of this tile. I love how this turned out. Next, I'm just going to take some different florals from the Dollar Tree, pieces of florals, some wheat-looking florals, a little corn stalk here, a couple of leaves. I'm just going to arrange them all the way that I want right here on that other side of the pumpkin here. And after I get that done, I'm just going to glue them down just like they are right there. Because we are going to go ahead and make a little bow here in a minute that will cover up the glue and all of that. But if there are any stems that are hanging over, I just cut those off after I get them all glued. And you can see right here, that's all I'm doing. Just putting hot glue over it, putting my little leaves there, and adding a little bit more hot glue. This was just the easiest way I could find to do it. Now I'm just going to make a really simple, messy bow out of some burlap, some lace ribbon, and some black and white check ribbon from the Dollar Tree. Scrunch it all together in the middle, tie it off with some twine, and then I go ahead and dovetail my ends because I'm horrible about remembering to dovetail my ends before I make the bow. We're just going to glue that right in the center of the flowers there, and y'all, that's it. I adore this. I love how this one turned out. So here we are at our final reveal with all of our projects. I love each and every one of them this month. There is not a favorite that I could pick. I hope that y'all enjoyed them. Please make sure you let me know in the comments below what you think. Again, I know these were super simple, but I just wanted to give you some ideas for simple fall projects. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to check out Emily and Fabi in my description box below, along with the playlist of the amazing crafters that join us every single month. I appreciate you ladies more than you will ever know. You always make this playlist such fun, this challenge such fun to do, and I appreciate you all. Emily, thank you so much for, again, we started this, I think, about 2 years ago, and we're still going strong. So thank you, Emily. And thank you, Fabi, for joining us to be our guest host and for being so consistent in joining us almost every single month. Thanks so much for watching. Y'all come back now. You hear?